so used to ballin'. DC.
Hello and welcome back to the Coach Byrd Buzz Show. Today I'm sitting here with 6'3" Ilye Paul. Eli is a junior at Knightdale High School, and we want to have a good conversation, talk to you a little bit about some of your things you want to do in life and your aspirations. And so I'm going to pass this ball over to you, and then I'm going to ask you your first question, Eli. Eli, tell me a little bit about your journey of how did you get to the point of where you are today?
I feel like it started all coming out of Lockhart, and I started playing basketball over there in the playground. Friends telling me about basketball. I used to play soccer, and then they told me to come play basketball, so I just started playing basketball. And then I found about a basketball team playing at Knightdale Rec, and that's where I met my first coach, and he helped me out a lot playing basketball, telling me about the game, not to be nervous and stuff like that. So moving from Rec, we won 2 championships in Rec, and then I met my first AAU coach, Coach Dwayne. He helped me a lot, and from there I played AAU. Then I moved schools, I became a freshman, played at Enloe. I moved again, played at South Garner. But while all of that was happening, I met Coach Byrd, and he gave me a lot of information, a lot of help through the whole process. So then I moved one last time, and I'm at home now. I'm at Knightdale, go Knights, and yeah.
Okay, and I do know your rec coach. I think it was Pastor Fleetwood.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Pastor Fleetwood told me about you as a kid that was in the middle school, and I got the opportunity to see some of your video online. I saw in I think 8th or 9th grade that you was dunking the basketball, and that's a heck of a feat right there for a 8th, 9th grader to be able to dunk a basketball. And it turns out that you are a pretty decent basketball player. You're a pretty good basketball player. So what are some of your aspirations with this basketball thing? How far you want to take this?
It's crazy because my aspirations have changed as I've gotten older. At first, I wouldn't really say I wanted to be in the NBA, but as I got older and started seeing my talents, I seen that I can take it places, whether it be D1 college or any type of colleges, or even going to the NBA as the top goal.
Okay, and what do you think, being able to play this game, how hard was it to get to your talent level? I've seen the progress and I've seen your work, but what did it take for you? How did you get to this point?
It was very, 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 very hard, I'd say, and it still is hard. I'm not done yet, but I'd say working out with my dad. My dad was very hard on me with basketball. Very competitive. He's very, very competitive himself, so he was very hard on me. Even like telling me you trash sometimes to get me there to that competitive mode. But working out in the sense of like what I've done. When I was at South Garner, the hardest workout regimen I feel like I did was I'll wake up at 3 in the morning, and then I'll go on a 30-minute run. I'll run a mile, and after that I'll do workouts. I used to live in a townhouse. I used to do like in a little cul-de-sac, do box jumps, and then get my jump rope and do jump ropes, and then after that I'll do push-ups in my room. Then I'll come inside, I'll make sure I ate and stretch and stuff like that. And then I'll go to school, and then in school we'll do weightlifting.
Okay.
And then after weightlifting, we have practice. After practice, I'll go to Garner Rec. And at Garner Rec, I would get probably like 200 makes, I'd say. Coach, that's when I met Coach Antonio, another very important coach who played a part in my life.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you some questions about Coach Antonio. Before we get too far ahead, I'd like to ask you, or tell you, say that your dad played professional basketball. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And tell me a little bit about that. And now he played in, what did your dad play? Where was it at?
He played in Haiti. He played for the professional team in Haiti. I'm Haitian. And yeah, he played for Haiti, and then he moved over here with my mom.
So then he's a celebrity over there. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad's a celebrity. I like to have tried to get him on the court and play him one-on-one with my old self. And I'm still pretty competitive. But it sounds like talking to you, your regimen of getting up doing things, you have the right mindset. What do you think will be some things that may take you away from that mindset to try to get to that next level? Is it anything that'll get in your way?
No, I don't think anymore. I don't think anything's getting in my way.
I like that answer. The reason I asked that question, guys like you, you're a nice looking guy. You know, you're gonna have the girls running behind you. They're trying to get to you. A lot of times, guys will let that take them off track, and it sounds like you have your stuff together. So make sure you stay true to what you want to do, and that's how you're gonna get there. Because my family could tell you when I was coming up, it was nothing that get in the way of basketball. But also, it's another piece of all of this in education. Can you talk about the rigor of high school? I know it may have been a little easier for you in middle school, but now you're in high school. Can you talk about the rigor of high school?
Being in high school, especially with education, I struggled. When I first went to Ilye, going to Ilye, that's when we had like the Corona year. Not making excuses for myself, I shouldn't have never even struggled, but I didn't do the best. But going and maturing and understanding how important education is and student athlete sports career, you gotta realize that education is very, 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 very important in your career. And I started getting my grades up and getting my GPA up, and then I came to Knightdale, and everything's been even better over here.
Great, great. You are at Knightdale High School. It's a very nice school, great school to be at. You got the help that you need here at this school. Now tell me, what is your strength in basketball, though? What do you do best?
I feel like what I do best, I feel like I'm athletic. I feel what I do best that I don't do a lot is shoot the ball. I feel like shoot the ball is one of the best things I do.
One of the things you did a lot when I was very impressed with you, that you always asked about old school players. And so I might be a little biased, but I think the greatest players was back in the day. If you could take the guys from the 80s and put them up here with the guys that we got from in 2000, there's no competition. It was some great players back in that day, and their names are still, up on the mantle as far as in the NBA greatest players. So, who's your idol right now? Who would be your idol?
It used to be Michael Jordan, but right now it's Kobe. Definitely Kobe. Because Kobe, that's when I started doing the whole 3 o'clock thing. That's what I got it from him. I watched the video online, and he said he used to wake up at 4 o'clock every morning. And since that video, that's when I was doing that. But Kobe's mindset to the game is like beyond a second. It's just Kobe. Like that's what everybody says. They always just say it's just Kobe, because Kobe approached the game so different. He never feared anybody on the court. His mindset was different too. Like the way he thought about certain things. Like he wouldn't think about it as the normal person. He'll think about it as, let me just go out there and play, and let me just do me. And then he also approached it with more of how can I say this? I'll say more of a chill. I say mindset. Like you could say, chill. I'll say that's the best way to put it. But he wouldn't be nervous. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, my idol when I was coming up was David Thompson. David Thompson was the best player in my mind that I've ever seen, and he's still that guy. When I think about basketball, I think about David Thompson. So that's the best player as far as I'm concerned. But the greatest player of all times, in my opinion, was Magic Johnson. He was a big 6'9" point guard that could do a whole lot of different things. And I remember when Kareem got hurt and Magic came and took over, and they beat Philadelphia 76ers for the World Championship. But I'd like to know talk a little bit about your family. Can we talk about your family a little bit?
Yeah, we can. My mom's Bendu Joseph, and then I have my little sister Imani, and then I got my dad, and I got more family over there. But that's basically my immediate family.
Yeah, I met your mother and I met your grandmother. I haven't met your sister, and I also met your father, your grandmother, and your mom is two great people. Had a good conversation with them as well. Now, Ilye, if you was to go talk to middle school kids right now, what would you tell them to prepare them, first of all, for high school and to become a high school athlete?
I would tell them first, I feel like a lot of middle schools nowadays, they overthink high school, and they think that like high school is hard in the sense of dealing with people, but it's truly not. If you really are focused on something in life, like mine is basketball, but say you want to be, I don't know, like a celebrity or something like that, and you have a goal, focusing on that and solely zoning on that is what's really going to get you there, instead of focusing on being cool, having friends, or being liked and stuff like that.
If you would say who is the most instrumental person to making Ilye Paul who he is today, who would that person be, and elaborate a little bit why that person is that?
I'll either say.
Give me one.
One?
Yeah, it's a tough question, right?
That is a tough question. One. I just have to say Coach Byrd. I'll have to say.
Oh wow! That's an honor right there. I didn't expect that. Wow, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Well, my thing is when I see guys or kids that want to get to another level, I'm gonna do everything I can to help you get to that point. I had the opportunity to do it, and so I want to see someone do just as good as me. Where do you want to go as far as college? What level of college basketball do you want to play? What schools are you thinking about?
Really, level-wise, I would like to play on any level. But school-wise, if I could, I would go to D1-wise. I'll go to Kansas, or I would probably go to like UNC Charlotte. I like them, or NC State. Really stay around my area instead of going past like to Oregon or something like that. I'd rather stay home.
Kind of hurt my feelings. You said I was instrumental, but you didn't say anything about the Yellow Jacket, man. You talked about NC State, but no, that's my second team because I grew up a Wolfpack fan. But yeah, that's some good choices. Most kids want to go and play on the D1 level. Mm-hmm. How would you feel if you didn't get a D1 scholarship?
I wouldn't take it as like my career is over. I feel like a lot of people hurt themselves like that. Like as soon as they don't get a D1 scholarship or they don't get buzz, or like a lot of people don't recruit them out of high school, they just quit. But I wouldn't do that. I feel like I would still take my options, whether it be JUCO, whether it be D1, D2, any of that. I still would take my options because, like for instance, John Morant, he didn't have a lot of recruiting when he was first coming out, but something just happened for him, and then look at him, he's a superstar now. So I wouldn't say discourage yourself because you didn't get a D1 offer or you're not getting D1 interest or even getting write-ups or anything. I would say just keep going for it.
I'll say this again, D1, D2, D3, JUCO, wherever you go, it's an honor to be able to get to play on any level of basketball. Someone giving you that opportunity to come and play and getting a free education. So it's a great honor to be able to do that. Now, my appeal to you guys is that do not look down on any schools. It's okay. It's great to want to go D1, but D2 have some great players there that can play D1. D3 is in the same situation, and also in JUCO. I myself played 1 year of JUCO basketball, and I got the opportunity to go play for Bobby Crimmins at Georgia Tech. So don't look down on it because it could be a stepping stone. And if you talk to guys that's playing in D1 sports right now, they would tell you that it's all a business. It's a business, and you have to go in there and take care of business. People putting a lot of money into you, and that they expect things from you. They have to put bread on the table. You as an athlete, that's your job. You go to school, you go play ball, and you keep coach safe. That's what coaches want. And then you have the talent to go do these things. I'm looking forward to seeing you play next year here at Knightdale High School. And we're expecting great things because we know that the work ethic that you have, you're going to bring a lot to the table for Knightdale High School. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we end this show?
I would say if you have any goals you want to complete in life or anything like that, just zone in and stay focused on it, because as long as you believe in it, then it's possible. You don't need anybody else's belief. You need support, but as long as you believe in it and it's possible, you don't need to listen to any of the naysayers or any of the people who even don't like get mixed up with people who saying, okay, like you're doing good, like just always stay focused. Because if you always get like people telling you doing good and then you get big headed, that can mess you up too. So just stay focused and stay in the middle zone, and you can complete anything you want to do in life.
Okay, again, thank you for watching the show. Again, this is Ilye Paul, 6'3" guard at Knightdale. Looking forward for great things from Ilye. Ilye, thank you for coming. And again, one more thing is that you guys, anybody that want to be on this show, this is an opportunity. You can hit me at my email, which we'll have that put up on the show. You have my email and phone number. So give me a call. I'd love to have you on the show, and let's chat.